So, good morning friends, Good morning friends, this is Yagyadev and I am presenting the economy survey for Empower IAS. So, in earlier classes we were discussing about how the policy makers have developed the economic infrastructure in order to cater the various challenges arising out of the pandemic situation, which were very grief in two passing years. So, economy survey is a collection of that result, that data that has been published by the government agencies by catering these challenges under COVID pandemic. So, we were discussing how government made the improvement via barbell strategy, then there was waterfall framework, then again with the help of agile framework government helped a lot to develop the various vulnerable sections as well as MSMEs and various sections of society to provide them help to cater the pandemic situation. Now, as we see that export sector was also performing very well, then inflation was quite high and other processes in terms of reforms were made. Then PM Gati Shakti Yojana once launched, Atmanirbhar Bharat package was given. So, this process was going on. So, in order to provide more impetus, government also needs to focus on sustainable development and climate change protection measures, which were on the agenda 21st Conference of Parties Paris and again COP26 Glasgow. So, this economy survey also discussed that how the government made the moves in order to cater those challenges which were arising out of the pollution via greenhouse gas effect, then air pollution, water pollution and forest depletion, deforestation, soil degradation, so on and so forth. So, in this chapter we are discussing the record of previous year, that how forest improvement was made in various states such as Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, northeastern regions and other parts of the country. So, starting with this chapter we will discuss that what is a forest area. So, forest area is an area recorded under the government records as a recorded forest area. वैसा वन क्षेत्र जो कि भारत सरकार के रिकॉर्ड में रिकॉर्डेड एरिया निर्धारित किया गया है उसे हम फॉरेस्ट कवर्ड एरिया या फॉरेस्ट एरिया कहते हैं. सेकंड इज द फॉरेस्ट कवर. इट कंप्राइजेस ऑल लैंड्स मोर देन 1 हेक्टेयर इन एरिया विथ अ ट्री कैनोपी. वैसा क्षेत्र जहाँ पे वनों की कैनोपी है, पेड़ों की कैनोपी है, पेड़ों की सरप्लस है, दैट एरिया इज कॉल्ड एज a forest cover with more than 10% irrespective of ownership, legal or government. So, government की ownership या तो है या नहीं भी है, उसके बाद भी वो वन क्षेत्र में गिना जाता है above 10% of tree density. And such land may not necessarily recorded to forest area. कहीं कहीं ऐसे क्षेत्र फॉरेस्ट एरिया में नेसेसरीली रिकॉर्ड नहीं किए जाते हैं, such as orchards, bamboo, palm and plantations. So, this part of economy survey is very important because it covers your syllabus of GS paper 3 environment also, which you can also mention in your essay writing, as well as economy applications. Now, it also discusses with UN Sustainable Development Goals SDG and Millennium Development Goals, which were 8 in number and 17. So, we will look ahead. Then single use plastics. Government also promises to reduce the single use plastic. वैसे प्लास्टिक जिन्हें एक बार यूज करके फेंक दिया जाता है उन्हें हम सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक कहते हैं. नाउ दिस सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक्स आर ऑल्सो रिड्यूस्ड अंडर पास्ट ईयर एंड दिस वेर बीइंग प्रोसेस्ड. So, impact of plastic waste was very lethal and hazardous to the health many animals around the cities, roads, they eat those plastic and become ill. Dogs, such as dogs, cows, buffaloes, and grazing animals. So we are able to reduce this plastic, and we are also able to cater the global health situation. Now air pollution in terms of particulate matter 10 and PM2. So PM10 is a particulate matter that comprises of 10 micrometers, that is 10 micrometer के जो particulate matters एयर में freely move कर रहे हैं, यानी कि in form of smoke, smog, pollution due to the vehicles, pollution due to dust, rainfall, these are called as PM10. We will look into detail. And PM2.5 is a particulate matter that is below the 2.5 micrometer or 2.5 microns, and it again surrounds your entire environment in your room also, that is called as indoor air pollution, and that caters through various kinds of air conditioners, then coolers, geysers and other such things in the houses. Then this is very lethal for your lungs and causes the acute respiratory syndromes. Then net zero carbon emission. Net zero carbon emission means reducing the carbon level to zero level or carbon neutral position. This promise is made by government under COP21 framework by making the target of reducing all the emissions in terms of vehicle, thermal power plants and all the movable or immovable pollutants that are resolving in the air. That is considered under the net zero carbon emission, which is also a 2030 agenda for sustainable development and climate protection. Now, so sustainable development and climate change has India's initiative undertook world's largest renewable energy expansion program. India is also having One Sun, One Earth, One Grid program. That is again a major One Sun, One World, One Grid program. And that is again a major part of India's initiative. India has also started International Solar Alliance in Gurgaon, which caters the production and distribution of solar energy across India and across the neighboring countries, which played a huge impact under 2014 agreement COP21. Again, has second largest emerging green bond market. India has so far been a second largest emerging green bond. It means that many countries across the world can purchase a green bond from India in terms of their emission reduction. And India has also launched Coalition for the Disaster Resilience Infrastructure, that is CDRI, again under the COP21 Paris Agreement. So remember these for your prelims as well as mains point of view. Now, India is also doing for development of clean fuel, and which will work under the BS4 to BS6 norms. So India is moving from the traditional petrol and diesel vehicle to the hybrid electric vehicle, and in the process India is also doing the ethanol blending. Ethanol is derived from the sugarcane fermentation via various agro activities, agriculture wastage. So ethanol blending also reduces the agri waste as well as produces a clean source of energy, which is 99.9% pure source of energy derived from agricultural products exclusively with gasoline. Remember this fact, friends. What it is derived from? It is derived from gasoline. Blended for BS6 norm, Bharat stage 6. It also caters the FAME mission of Government of India. Then there are intended nationally determined contributions. So nationally determined contributions were tackled under the COP framework, where in COP21 we discussed about intended nationally determined contributors, and which were taken under the part of Green India mission under the nationally determined contributors of Niti Aayog. which again makes a non-binding treaty on all the states which can produce a green energy and do a sustainable development model with climate resilience and climate resilience target. It also promises for greenhouse gas emission reduction policies and measures government aim to implement in response to the climate change. Again, India's progress in sustainable development goal, it is scattered under the Niti Aayog, that is National Institute of Technical Initiative, and in September 2015 INDC was taken by Niti Aayog, and 193 countries including India committed to follow the sustainable development goals of United Nations taken in together to reduce all kind of pollution and develop green energy, green technology, because environment is the greatest thing to preserve for our generation and it will also cater the needs of the future generation. So इस जनरेशन के पास हमारे सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी ये हो रही है दोस्तों कि हमें रिसोर्सेज का सस्टेनेबल उपयोग करना है और इतना ही एक्सप्लॉयटेशन करना है जिससे हमारी नीड्स कैटर हो सके, साथ ही साथ जो फ्यूचर जनरेशन है उनके पास भी ये संसाधन उपलब्ध रहें उनके विकास के लिए. Now, UN resolution makes the transforming our world, that is 2030 agenda. Remember these facts for your prelims and mains point of view. 2030 agenda under sustainable development goals. So, SDG comprehensively covers social, economic and environmental dimension based on the previous target of Millennium Development Goal. So, sustainable development goals are 17 and Millennium Development Goals are 8 in nature. We will look into further. So, India's SDG scores as tackled by Niti Aayog for 2030 agenda was for Himachal Pradesh, it was around 69, then Kerala was 69, Chandigarh 68, Tamil Nadu 66, Pondicherry again 65, Andhra Pradesh 64, Goa 64, Gujarat 64, Karnataka 64, Maharashtra 64. So, source is Niti Aayog and United Nations. And Kerala on the top again, we see that data predicts that how the performance of Kerala was quite continuous and resilient in bringing the climate change down on the knees. So, Kerala was quite performing very well on this agenda in terms of poverty reduction. That means Tamil Nadu has minimum data for poverty. Then second, zero hunger, Kerala again on the top. Third is good health and well-being, Gujarat is doing far better. Then quality education, in which Kerala is doing the best. Then gender equality, Laingik Samanta, giving education to girl child, protecting the girl child, application of PCP and DT acts are coming under gender equality. That again under highest rank of Chhattisgarh. Look how the Chhattisgarh is doing quite well in gender equality. Then there is clean water sanitation, which is taught by Goa, again very clean state Goa. Seventh is decent work and economic growth, which is provided by Himachal Pradesh. Then eighth is industry, innovation and infrastructure by means of development of industries catering the needs of MSME industries. It's done by the state of Gujarat over here. Then ninth, reduction in inequality. Inequality is reduced by Meghalaya so far. असमानताओं को कम करना और equalitarian society promote करना in terms of income, distribution of wealth, that is called as inequality reduction. That is taught by Meghalaya. Then sustainable cities and communities by Punjab. How Punjab is making a pure model for smart cities as well as sustainable cities by providing water facilities, health, sanitation, then adequate education, employment to the unemployed people, skill development and overall performance. That is a sustainable city model. Then responsible consumption and production. So production is done far better by Tripura. You see again a northeastern state doing quite well. That are highlighted under UPSC question in prelim that which northeastern state is doing quite well in reduction of inequality. So Meghalaya is doing quite well over here. Then second is Tripura. Then in climate action, reducing climate challenge and mitigating the climate risk is climate action, UN SDG goal. So Odisha is doing quite well. And life below water, again Odisha. Then life on land, Arunachal Pradesh, northeastern state, again. Then peace, justice and strong institutional credibility, maintaining transparency and accountability, done by Uttarakhand. Now, a score of 100 implies that the state UT has achieved the target. A score of 0 implies that it has been bottom of the table. So, states are ranked as a aspirant, then performer, then achiever. It scores 100, it scores 59 to 90, and aspirant is 30 to 59. These are the data to be remembered for your prelims as well as mains examination. India has been making strides towards achieving socio-economic and environmental goals of the Sustainable Development Goals, United Nations. India has also considered a humane framework in order to cater the needs of vulnerable sections in COVID pandemic situation by catering the cost which are under the inflationary tendency by RBI and monetary measures, CRR and SLR and repo maintenance and VRRR we also see, which has set countries back on their development goals and created serious world war situation. So this chapter aims to analyze India's progress on the SDG, जो कि हम देख रहे हैं सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स के लिए इंडिया कैसे प्रोग्रेस कर रहा है और हाउ फार इंडिया इज मेकिंग द टारगेट अचीव्ड सो फार. नाउ looking into the next goal wise performance of India as a whole. So Niti Aayog SDG takes the India's index report and dashboard 2020-21. Niti Aayog SDG India Index is the government led sub-national measure of SDG progress. That is the definition of this SDG index, and it captures the progress of all states via checking out the various parameters of development: education, health, schooling, employment, smart cities, clean water, sanitation, so on. And it also aims to take their journey towards achieving the sustainable development goals. India also overall scores in the Niti Aayog SDG has improved to 66 in 2020-21 from 16 past year due to lockdown and COVID situation. It was earlier it was 57 and improved to 60, and the current status is 66 position in overall ranking and performance. इसे हम याद रखेंगे. This data is very important for prelims as well as mains point of view. Despite 2020 and 21 being a pandemic year, India performed well in all the 15 SDG measured by Niti Aayog SDG Index. Niti Aayog has been publishing SDG India Index annually since 2018. तो SDG Index कब से स्टार्ट हो चुका है फ्रेंड्स? 2018 से नीति आयोग इसे पब्लिश कर रही है. Third edition of Niti Aayog Index has been published in this economy survey, and it has scattered all the 16 goals, and one last 17th goal has been taken out from this. Then next, these are the sustainable development goals by United Nations under United Nations SDG goals that are catered under the United Nations Sustainable Development Framework and Environment Protection. So first is no poverty. That means the global poverty to be reduced to a zero level. That means there should be no poverty at all. Zero hunger. Again, reducing the people who are facing the hunger challenges in African nations or various littoral nations or any country of the world. Then again, good health and well-being, अच्छा स्वास्थ्य and अच्छी सुविधाएं, that is again third goal. Fourth is quality education. Fifth is the equality, gender-based equality in education, health and employment facilities. Clean water and sanitation, अच्छा पीने का जल और सैनिटेशन सुविधाएं जो कि भारत सरकार स्वच्छ भारत मिशन के अंतर्गत दे रही है. देन अफोर्डेबल एंड क्लीन एनर्जी, दैट मीन्स एन एनर्जी दैट इज अफोर्डेबल टू दी poor and downtrodden vulnerable sections of the society. That means making energy cheaper by providing more and more energy resources which are clean and green. Decent work and economic growth, by developing the work culture in a decent way in which there is a dignity of work for everyone, that is called as decent work, and simultaneously the economic growth. Then industry, innovation and infrastructure, by providing impetus to all the industries over the world. United Nations promises the development of industries, improving infrastructure and innovation program in order to also take the new technology into the existing industries. Then reduction of inequality, how the inequalities present in the societies across the globe to be reduced has been taken under target 10th. Then sustainable cities and communities, how the cities model can be made on a sustainable basis and the communities living in the cities feel well groomed by the facilities they are provided inside the cities. So India has launched smart city mission, so forth. Then responsible consumption and production, so production in a responsible way so that we should not exploit the environment. So companies should exploit so much as need to cater the demands at a temporary level and preserve the nature also for the future purposes and next generation. And consumption on a moderate basis, so consumption should also be moderate, not fetishism. Then there is consumerism, so consumption should also be moderate. Now climate action, the 13th goal extends the vision of United Nations, that how all the overall development of human society and well-being of the countries can be groomed only through the maintaining good climate protocol, maintaining the forest area, rivers, clean ocean, water bodies, and caring all the living and non-living beings on the earth, on the planet earth. Then life below water, taking care of the water bodies inside the ocean, and calculated only for the 9 coastal states of India. Keep it in mind, ये केवल 9 राज्यों के लिए लिया गया है भारत में. That means first is Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and West Bengal. 9 states of India under this life below water category. Then life on land, all the states which are having the animal resources, which are having the forest resources, and these animals are protected under this life on land. Then tribals also come under this. Then peace, justice and strong institutions, how governments across the world maintain the peace, tolerant society and harmonious development of society in order to make the society more modern and more coordinated and cooperative basis. So that is means of 16th goal, justice to all and strong institution. So strong institution will mean to deliver the strong judgment, the strong impartiality, transparency and accountability. Then last is global partnership. Global partnership for mutual cooperation and coordination, for which we are having many kind of agreements, FTA, SAFTA and various kind of agreements are there. So in this we should remember all these 17 goals for your prelims as well as mains point of view for UPSC and other state examinations also. Okay friends, इसे आप याद रखेंगे. Now, overall states and UTs has been doing quite well in this SDG goal taken by Niti Aayog, but many states were lagging in various parameters. So the performance aggregated was sub-national unit based on its performance across the 16 SDGs. Then these scores range between 0 to 100, with which union territories and state being categorized as aspirant having score 0 to 49. Then performer, again performer which rank 50 to 64, then runner with a score of 65 to 99, 5 to 99, achiever 99 to 100. So these are the categories which you should remember for your prelims point of view as well as mains. So evolution of Niti Aayog SDG index, we see that कैसे नीति आयोग ने फ्रेमवर्क लाया कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल को कैसे विकसित किया जाए in terms of developing various parameters to provide the need of the present generation and also provide a climate resilience system. So it was developed in a goal wise ranking of state and union territories. कैसे बनाया गया दोस्तों? गोल वाइज कैटेगरी की गई राज्यों की और केंद्र शासित प्रदेशों की based on performance and all the goals. Then promotes competition among the states and UTs. So ये क्या कर रहा है? कोऑपरेटिव फेडरलिज्म तो है ही, फेडरलिज्म इज कोऑपरेटिव तो है ही. देन दिस इंडेक्स मेक्स द कॉम्पिटिटिव नेचर ऑफ फेडरलिज्म, कॉम्पिटिटिव फेडरलिज्म. Okay, so again it makes a fodder for your mains answer. It enables state and UTs to learn from the peers how other states which are in competition to them are performing well on cleanliness, environment protection, education, health and all different things. It also support the states and UTs to identify priority areas. ये क्या कर रहा है दोस्तों? राज्यों को मदद कर रहा है कि अपने प्रायोरिटीज एरिया को कैसे इम्प्रूव करें in terms of hunger, health, education, sanitation, clean energy, good food, standard of living, innovation, industries and so on. It also highlights the gaps between the statistical system. Statistical data में कौन से स्टेट पीछे हो रहे हैं, किन किन पैरामीटर में उन्हें इम्प्रूव करना है, जैसे रिपोर्ट कार्ड्स के बाद स्टूडेंट्स करते हैं. सो दिस इज ओवरऑल parameter for the states in order to make them know that how and in which sectors they need to put their development agenda. So baseline report, first report जब हम देखते हैं 2018 की, तो यहाँ पे 13 गोल हमें मिले थे. 13 goals were there, 39 targets, 62 indicators and goal wise ranking on state and UTs preceded national indicator framework. यहाँ पे NIF बनाया नीति आयोग ने, national indicator framework, in order to show how and how far some sectors are being developed and some are lagging on which parameter. Second report 1920, ये कोविड के टाइम में सेकेंड रिपोर्ट आई. 16 गोल्स लिए गए. क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस ऑफ गोल 17, गोल 17 दैट इज ग्लोबल पार्टनरशिप. सो उसकी क्वालिटेटिव एनालिसिस की गई बिकॉज ऑफ आवर नेबरिंग रिलेशंस इन इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस. देन 54 टारगेट्स यहाँ पे लिए गए हैं, 100 इंडिकेटर्स. देन गोल वाइज रैंकिंग ऑन स्टेट्स एंड यूटीज. स्टेट और यूटीज की गोल वाइज रैंकिंग की गई कि on which goal they are doing hard work and they are developing on which goals. Then aligned with NIF, National Indicator Framework से align करके 68 indicators completely aligned. Then 20 refined, 12 new to cover goals, 12, 13 and 14. Now this latest report, volume 3rd report on 2020 and 2021, अभी की जो present discussion हो रही है हम 2020 और 2021 रिपोर्ट पे कर रहे हैं ऑन इकोनॉमी सर्वे. 16 goals plus qualitative analysis on goal 17 again, that is global partnership. Goal number 17, global partnership. Due to changing nature of international relation with our neighbors and other nations of the world, so qualitative analysis, then targets have been improved to 70. पहले 54 थे, 39, then again raised to 54 targets in 2019 and 20. It again raised to 70 target. Then indicators 100 से improve करके 115 तक आ गए हैं. 115 indicators. Goal wise analysis ranking on states and UTs plus state and union territories profiles. अब हम गोल वाइज तो रैंकिंग कर ही रहे थे, अब हम क्या कर रहे हैं, स्टेट और यूनियन टेरिटरीज की प्रायोरिटी वाइज एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं कि कहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट ज़्यादा चल रही है, विच स्टेट और यूटी इज़ लैगिंग, विच इज़ न्यू वन सच एज लद्दाख यूटी इज़ न्यू वन एंड द यूटी ऑफ Chandigarh is leading in some parameter, then Daman and Diu is lagging, Pondicherry is there. So ऐसे हम analysis कर रहे हैं. Now aligned with the NIF 76 indicators, completely aligned, 31 refined, 8 in consultation with the line ministries. तो जो 8 indicators बच रहे हैं उन्हें ministries के data के साथ, उनकी policies के साथ हम involve कर रहे हैं ताकि उनका development हो सके. This is very important chart. You must remember this data. Okay. Moving ahead to the next slide, we see that performance of state and UTs under Niti Aayog SDG index. So the number of front runners scoring 65 to 99 increased from 22 states and union territories from 10 in 2019-21. पहले लास्ट ईयर की रैंकिंग में केवल 10 स्टेट्स लीड कर रहे थे. नाउ द 12 स्टेट्स हैज जम्प्ड, दैट इज इट हैज रेज्ड मोर नंबर ऑफ स्टेट्स टू 22, है ना. एंड ऑल रिमेनिंग स्टेट्स एंड यूटीज वेयर परफॉर्मिंग स्कोर 50 to 64, दैट मीन्स दे वेयर परफॉर्मर्स. So these states were front runners. Front runners की संख्या कितनी है? The number of front runners is 22. Performance is all the remaining states. Then front runner category in 2020-21 includes Uttarakhand. Remember these states: Gujarat, Maharashtra, Mizoram, Punjab, Haryana, and Tripura. Then among the UTs, additions to the front runner category includes Andaman and Nicobar. Remember this again, very important. Union territory under front runner was Andaman and Nicobar, being such a tribal and deprived part of the land, very distant located. Andaman and Nicobar in the Indian Ocean. Then Delhi, again Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh and Lakshadweep. These were all under the front runners. Front runners states scoring merit of 65 to 99. Next. So India with SDG goals indicates Himachal Pradesh to 69, then Kerala 69, Chandigarh 68, Tamil Nadu 66, Puducherry 65, Andhra Pradesh 64, Goa 64, Gujarat 64, Karnataka 64 and Maharashtra again 64. Remember this data for your prelims as well as mains. Now this report makes very important scenario for your prelims as well as mains examination, as it also caters the overall growth in various parameters of various states, how and what sectors are lagging, which are needed to get focus of government, where the policy penetration is lagging. So such areas are developed by the state Now, top rank state and union territories are Kerala scores 75, retains top rank among the state. Tamil Nadu and Himachal Pradesh rank second, while Goa, Uttarakhand, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh rank fourth. So, third rank is of Karnataka, Uttarakhand and Goa, and fourth rank is Andhra Pradesh. Then Chandigarh scores 79, retained its top rank amongst UTs in 2020-2021, while Pondicherry, Lakshadweep and Delhi scores of 68 ranked second. Remember this data. Now, most improvement ranking states and union territories which are doing quite good on all these parameters of health, education, industry, employment and protecting the environment also is Mizoram, the northeastern state again. So, where is Mizoram, friends? On the map of India, you will find Mizoram somewhere here. Tripura, Assam, Arunachal, Nagaland, Mizoram, Meghalaya. So, these states such as Mizoram, Haryana, Uttarakhand are top gainers in 2021-22 in terms of the improvement in scores from 2019 with an increase of 12, 10 and 8 points respectively. Remember this improvement points which is 12, 10 and 8 points. 12 in terms of Mizoram ने 12 point का improvement किया, 10 point improvement by Haryana and 8 by Uttarakhand. Pondicherry made the highest gain 9 points in 2021 and 22, followed by Delhi, Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh 7 points each. So, these have been developed at 7 points each of these union territories. So, these data showing how these states function under the different data. So, no poverty scored by 75, no hunger 97, first by again Chandigarh, then good health and well-being 74th score, quality education 79, gender equality 58, clean water and sanitation 99, affordable and clean energy 100 score by 2 states, then decent work and economic growth 70 by 1 state Chandigarh, industry innovation and infrastructure 45 5 states, then reduce inequality 100, sustainable cities and communities 98, responsible consumption 78, climate action 61, life on land 85, peace, justice and strong institutions 73. Goal achievements within goals, goal 7 has been achieved, score of 100. So, what is the 7th goal? Industry, innovation and infrastructure, and 15 states have achieved the goal and 5 UTs. Goal 6 has been achieved by 1 state only, that is Goa, and 1 union territory Lakshadweep, and goal 10 has been achieved by 1 UT, that is Chandigarh. Now, among the states, goal 6 has the highest number on front runner, that is 25 states are front runners. Goal 8 has the highest number of performers, 18 states, and goal 5 and goal 9 have the highest number of aspirants from each state. All UTs and front runners in goal 3 and goal 8 has the highest number of performers, and goal 9 has the highest number of aspirants. Remember this data for your prelims as well as mains. Now, again, the northeastern region performing quite well in various levels of this index. So, SDG index, northeastern region, various districts under SDG index developed by the Niti Aayog. So, index is constantly construct on the 84 indicators and covers the 15 global goals, 50 SDG targets and 103 districts. Remember how much? 15 global goals, 50 SDG target, 103 districts in 8 states and northeastern region. Index will facilitate the identifying crucial gaps and inform the intervention to fast track the progress towards achieving the SDG in the region. So, goal will also tackle the crucial gap being discussed in the data, crucial gaps that are found in this Niti Aayog SDG index. So, in gaps से क्या पता चलता है friends कि where the states or UTs are lagging and where the improvement is needed in terms of health, infrastructure, economy, clean water and hunger, poverty, so on in terms of all the 16 parameters. Now, the score of 103 districts range from 75.87 in the east Sikkim. Again सिक्किम की बात करें तो 103 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स रेंज कर रहे हैं, 253 इन काई फायर नागालैंड, नागालैंड की काई फायर डिस्ट्रिक्ट 53.0. देयर आर 64 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स इन द फ्रंट रनर कैटेगरी. फ्रंट रनर कैटेगरी में 64 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स आ रहे हैं. देन 39 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स इन द परफॉर्मर कैटेगरी एंड ऑल डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफ सिक्किम एंड त्रिपुरा इन द फ्रंट रनर. रिमेंबर दिस फैक्ट, त्रिपुरा और सिक्किम के सभी जिले फ्रंट रनर कैटेगरी में शामिल हैं. नेक्स्ट, so this is the chart of performance of the Sustainable Development Index and Dashboard Baseline Report 2021-2022. ऐसा करके गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने शो किया था. अरुणाचल प्रदेश क्वाइट वेल, असम, मणिपुर, मेघालय, मिजोरम, नागालैंड, सिक्किम, त्रिपुरा. नेक्स्ट, द स्टेट ऑफ इन्वायरमेंट, फॉरेस्ट एरिया एंड फॉरेस्ट कवर, improvement in forest area. Total forest cover was 7,13,700 square kilometer in 2021, reflecting an increase of 3.14% in the forest cover from 2011. So, India State of Forest Report भी अभी दिसंबर में पब्लिश हुई है friends. Now we see that how Economy Survey is taking data from that report and adding over here, that is value addition for your mains point of view. essay writing and environment topic. So इसे आप ऐड कर सकते हो कि from 21.5% of the country's geographical area in 2011 to 21.7% in 2021, and this increases the total forest cover. पूरे वन क्षेत्र का विकास हो रहा है is mainly attributed to increase in very dense forest. All lands with tree canopy density of 70% and above. So वैसे लैंड जिनमें ट्री कैनोपी डेंसिटी बढ़ी है, दैट इज 70% ऑफ द डेटा, एंड इट ग्रू बाय 19.54% बिटवीन 2011 एंड 2021. सो 2011 से 2021 के बीच 19.54% की ग्रोथ है फॉरेस्ट एरिया में. Open forest, all lands within the tree canopy density between 10 to 40% also improved by 6.71%, while moderately dense forest, all lands with tree canopy density between 40 to 70% declined by 4.32%. यानी कि जिनकी ट्री कैनोपी पहले से ज़्यादा थी उनमें कुछ गिरावट भी आई है. रिमेंबर दिस डेटा, नॉट ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस इन द ट्री कैनोपी, बट देयर इज डिक्लाइन ऑफ 4.32% इन द ट्री कैनोपी डेटा. नाउ द स्टेट वाइज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ फॉरेस्ट बाय परसेंट. इंडिया टोटल फॉरेस्ट कवर अमॉन्ग स्टेट्स, मध्य प्रदेश 11%, highest, Madhya Pradesh 11%, India's total forest cover, and the largest forest cover in India in 2021, again yaad rakhiye, Madhya Pradesh having highest forest cover, followed by Arunachal Pradesh 9%, then Chhattisgarh 8%, Odisha 7%, and Maharashtra 7%. Remember this data. And percent of forest cover with respect to total geographical area, that is the total geographical area of India comprising of states, union territories and the islands of Andaman, Nicobar, Lakshadweep. That is the ratio of forest cover of geographical area of the state. So Mizoram again 85%, Arunachal Pradesh 79%, Meghalaya 76%, Manipur 74%, then Nagaland 74%, where the top 5 states in terms of highest percent of forest cover with respect to total geographical area of the states in 2021. So ये सारे राज्य मिजोरम, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, मणिपुर, मेघालय, नागालैंड, these were the highest rise in the forest cover in this past year as the economy survey shows. Figure of composite of forest cover in 7 major cities 2021. So very dense forest, 7 states. Then highest was 194, that is total forest cover. Total forest cover 194 यहाँ पे आ रहा है, and which was in Delhi, which is again a union territory. Then next is first Ahmedabad is having mere population of forest cover, that is 2 in terms of this medium dense forest, 8 in terms of other forest, 9 in terms of total forest. Again Bangalore 13, 7, 76 and 89 in terms of total forest cover. Chennai again 0, look at this, and 8 in terms of this medium dense forest, then 15 in terms of other forest. Total forest cover of Chennai is 23. Then Hyderabad having 18 as a tree cover, then 64 other forest, 82 is the total forest cover. Then Kolkata is meager performance 0, then 1 in terms of very dense forest, then 2 in terms of other forest and 2 again in total forest cover. Look how pathetic do these 2 cities Chennai and Kolkata are performing. This is very critical situation, and how we see that there is consistent flood and drought situation in these cities of Chennai and Kolkata. तो हम देख रहे हैं कि क्यों वहाँ पे बार बार flooding और drought situation हो जाती है because of this reduced forest cover. And Mumbai again 51, 60 and 111. So first highest performer is Delhi in terms of UTs, second better performer is Mumbai, and third is Bangalore and Hyderabad fourth. Remember this data for your mains point of view as well as prelims. Now by density of forest, Arunachal Pradesh accounted for 21% of India's very dense forest. Remember that not Madhya Pradesh but Arunachal Pradesh is doing highest performance in terms of forest density of 21%. In very dense forest, VDF, and followed by Maharashtra 9%, Odisha 7%, Chhattisgarh 7% and Madhya Pradesh 7%. So top 3 को आप याद रखिए. First is Arunachal, second Maharashtra 9% and third Odisha 7%. Okay. Then by percent of India's moderately dense forest, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh accounted for 11%, India's moderately dense, then Arunachal Pradesh, second highest, and Odisha and Karnataka 7%, again a moderately dense forest. Then open forests in terms of Madhya Pradesh accounted for 12% of India's moderately dense forest. Then again followed by Odisha 8%, Maharashtra 7%, and Chhattisgarh 5%, and Assam 5% of this moderately dense forest. Remember this fact for your prelims and mains. Then now plastic waste, which played a crucial reduction of environment quality, was also tackled under this sustainable development goal, and India has performed quite well by blocking the single use plastic by making legislation, by making law. India has curtailed the plastic use significantly. भारत ने पर्यावरण संरक्षण के लिए सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक को टोटली बैन कर दिया है. Although we see somewhere it is found sometime also, so we should not influence the use of single use plastic. हमें उसे बंद करना चाहिए, प्रतिबंधित रखना चाहिए. Now plastic waste management and elimination of identified single use plastic, that is SUF, are tackled under the hazardous and other waste. ऐसे वेस्ट जो कि threatening to life हैं, they are called as hazardous waste. गवर्नमेंट कैटेगराइजेज द सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक एज हैजार्डस वेस्ट, तो हमें उसे बहुत ही कम यूज़ करना चाहिए या न के बराबर यूज़ करें. तो फ्रेंड्स, आप जब भी कहीं शॉपिंग पे जाते हो, देन हैव अ कैरी बैग, हैव योर ओन बैग बाय सेल्फ एंड ट्राई टू मैनेज योर purchase procured items in that bag only rather having a single use plastic. Okay, remember this point as a responsible citizen and responsible person also. So the hazardous and other waste management transboundary movement rule 2016, this rule provides for total ban on this single use plastic. Then second legislation, amended regulated to import of identified plastic waste. तो वैसी चीज़ें अब import हो रही हैं जो कि identified और classified plastic हैं. Other than those plastic, every plastic is banned in India. Country by SEZ, special economic zones, and EOUs. So SEZ और EOUs में ऐसे single use plastic totally banned हैं. Banned है. Now, India piloted the resolution of addressing the single-use plastic product pollution, which was adopted by the 4th United Nations Environment Assembly held in 2019. Remember this data for your prelims as well as mains. 4th UN Assembly में असेंबली की मीटिंग के दौरान इंडिया के प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी ने रेज किया इस इशू को, दैट इंडिया हैज़ टोटली बैंड दिस सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक एज वेल एज इंडिया हैज़ रिड्यूस्ड द इम्पोर्ट ऑफ सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक फ्रॉम अदर कंट्रीज ऑल्सो, इन विच इंडिया हैज़ सिग्निफिकेंटली इम्प्रूव्ड इन द इन्वायरमेंट कंजर्वेशन प्रोग्राम्स एज वेल एज सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स of the United Nations. Remember this data. Now, in August 2021, the Ministry of Environment and Forest Change has maintained the Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rules 2021. Remember this rule, Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rule 2021, which prohibited identified single-use plastic completely. Single-use plastic items को भी ये बैन कर रहा है and have low utility and high littering potential by 2022. वैसे प्लास्टिक जिन्हें नोटिफाइड किया जा चुका है, those are categorized under this rule, are totally curtailed from the use and their utility is quite reduced under this rule. Then the manufacture, import, stocking, distribution, sale and use of identified single-use plastic including polystyrene. याद रखिए, जिसे हम commonly क्या बोलते हैं, polythene, that is a polystyrene. And why this plastic is so dangerous? Because it never get destroyed. once a plastic or polystyrene or ethylene is created, it goes into the environment and it is a immortal property of the environment pollution. It never get destroyed. यानी कि एक बार प्लास्टिक बन गया तो वो हमेशा हमेशा के लिए एग्जिस्ट करता है, और कहीं ना कहीं अगर रीयूजेबल रिसाइकलेबल प्रोडक्ट में यूज हो गया तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज इट इज टोटली डेंजरस and destructive for the life on the land and water and everywhere. So these were prohibited by this rule under the Plastic Waste Management Amendment Rule, and in order to stop littering due to lightweight plastic carry bags and thickness of plastic carry bags has been increased from 50 microns to 75. गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया, दो प्लास्टिक बैग आप यूज़ करते हो इन योर शॉपिंग पर्पसेस तो उनकी थिकनेस 50 माइक्रोन से बढ़ा के 75 माइक्रोन्स कर दी गई है अंडर दिस रूल ऑफ प्लास्टिक वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट अमेंडमेंट रूल 2021 फ्रॉम September 30, 2021 and to the 120 microns with effect from December 31st, 2022. यानी कि इस दिसंबर 2022 के बाद से ये इसकी थिकनेस कितनी हो जा रही है, 125 माइक्रोन्स हो जाएगी फ्रॉम 31st December 2022. Remember this data, very very important for your prelims as well as mains. Now water, how India is improving in water. So Sustainable Development Goal, clean water and sanitation. Groundwater resource assessment of states and UTs is carried out jointly by state government, groundwater nodal department and central government water boards in order to provide a clean and sanitized water for drinking and for domestic use. Periodic intervals and water boards, groundwater boards at periodic intervals, and dynamic groundwater resource of India is published by compiling the state and UT wise water resource assessed data. Now let us look at this data of groundwater resource assessment. कैसे ग्राउंड वाटर की हम संरक्षण कर रहे हैं और हम इस डेटा को देखते हैं. सो 71% ऑफ ग्राउंड वाटर यूटिलाइज्ड सेफ इन 2004. 2004 में सेफ वाटर कितना था, दैट इज 71%, सेमी क्रिटिकल 10%, क्रिटिकल 4%, 15 again semi critical and over exploited, and one is the saline, that is khara pani. So in 2009 it was improved that safe water was 73. 2011 again reduction in safe water to 68, again little improvement of 69. Then again reduction in safe water, you see the reduction, there is again reduction in safe water. Then again 64 in 2020, safe water is doing very critical situation, just 1% of improvement in 2020. And 15 is the semi critical water. Then 4 is the critical water. So critical water is showing little reduction. Again हम देख रहे हैं कि safe water कैसे reduce हो रहा है, it is in turbulent phase, and critical water is again rising. Then this overexploited water is 16, and this is saline is constantly 1 in all data sheets. So you see the critical water is maintaining constant rate of 4, 3, 3. The critical water which you cannot drink or use. Then overexploited is 15, 14, 16, 16, 17 and 16. So we are over exploiting the ground resource water as the safe water level is reducing. This is again a challenge for Indian people that we should preserve this safe water for future generation which are coming into the future and which will face huge challenge of good water. Now during this period, units categorized as safe have declined. What economic survey says that safe water is declined from 23% in 2009 to 64% in 2020. Overexploitation of groundwater resources, extraction exceeding annually replenishable groundwater recharge is concentrated in northwest and other parts of southern India. तो इंडिया की जब हम बात करें तो नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट्स, दिस इज नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न पार्ट एंड दिस इज नॉर्थ वेस्टर्न पार्ट, यानी कि पंजाब, राजस्थान, हरियाणा का कुछ क्षेत्र, यहाँ पे सेफ वाटर इज रिड्यूस्ड एंड साउदर्न इंडिया प्राइसिंग ऑफ दिस पार्ट बीन रिड्यूस्ड. ओके, सो ग्राउंड वाटर रिचार्ज कंसंट्रेशन रिड्यूस हो गया है, यानी कि ग्राउंड वाटर दैट इज इनसाइड द लैंड is significantly reduced. Then reservoirs are important source of water resources. Reservoirs leave storage is at its peak. So reservoir हम कैसे बनाते हैं दोस्तों, गांव में हम कहीं भी छोटा पॉन्ड, छोटा सा कुआं खोल लेते हैं और वहाँ पे रेनफॉल के वाटर को स्टोर करते हैं. दैट इज अगेन रिजर्वायर्स विच कंजर्व द मानसून मंथ एंड लोएस्ट इन द समर मंथ. तो एरियाज ऑफ राजस्थान, धारवाड़, मध्य प्रदेश जहाँ पे वाटर की शॉर्टेज है, देन दिस एरिया इज यूज टू प्रिजर्व द वाटर फॉर दोज पीरियड्स ऑफ टाइम वेयर देयर इज मानसून रेन एंड व्हेन देयर इज लैक ऑफ वाटर, देन वहाँ से हम ट्यूबवेल लगा के वाटर की सप्लाई को विलेजेस में ले जाते हैं. एंड इट रिक्वायरिंग केयरफुल प्लानिंग एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन फॉर स्टोरेज, release and utilization of reservoirs. Now rivers. So India, in order to have clean river, we see that Namami Gange program was there, then Clean Ganga program was there, and there was again some sandwich take river yatra also. So Indian rivers are perennial and seasonal rivers. Perennial river in which there is a continuous flow of water throughout the year, such as Ganga, Yamuna, Narmada, Tapi and Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. These are perennial rivers which are having the water throughout the year, and seasonal rivers which are lacking the water when there is off monsoon season or in summer season. So Ganga river basin is the largest river basin in India, covering more than a quarter of country's land area, hosting about 43% of its population. So गंगा वाटर कितना हो रहा है फ्रेंड्स, 43% ऑफ पॉपुलेशन में गंगा जी जा रही हैं. देन कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ 28% ऑफ इंडियाज वाटर रिसोर्स, भारत के टोटल वाटर रिसोर्स का 28% गंगा वाटर है. Then Government of India declares River Ganga as national river in 2008. Again important point of GS prelims as well as mains. So गंगा रिवर क्या है, हमारी राष्ट्रीय नदी है, और इसे कब डिक्लेयर किया गया, नेशनल रिवर इन ईयर 2008 में नेशनल रिवर डिक्लेयर हो गई हैं. Further, the Government of India launched the Namami Gange mission in 2014 in order to reduce the wastage, plastic products and various kind of wastage that were thrown into the Ganga directly. So there was a setup of sewerage treatment plant near the coast of river Ganga in various cities, where the supply of water which were going from the cities to the river was saturated, cleaned and sanitized before it is dropped into the river. So in this way Namami Gange mission is doing quite well. Ganga Protection Initiative. So let us look into the Namami Gange mission. Namami Gange mission aims to protect conserve and rejuvenate the Ganga river, यानी कि नदी का संरक्षण, उसमें गंदगी न जाना, बचाव, और उसके साथ साथ improve the quality of water into the river by step processing of the water, and that is called as the rejuvenation of Ganga water. And in 2015 the cabinet approved the mission for a period of 5 years, 2015 and 2020. तो फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या किया गया, गंगा प्रोटेक्शन एंड रिजुविनेशन मेथड. देन सेकेंड, कैबिनेट ने पीरियड ऑफ 5 years के लिए अप्रूव्ड द मिशन फॉर द पीरियड ऑफ 5 years, 5 साल के लिए इनका अप्रूवल हुआ और ट्रायल हुआ. देयर सीवरेज ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट, STP यूनिट्स, कंजर्वेटरी प्लांट्स एंड STP cleaning units were set up across the coast. Then Namami Gange mission, since its inception, highest number of projects have been undertaken in Uttar Pradesh, 43 projects, remember this data, followed by Bihar 29 and Uttarakhand 26. So highest projects has been taken in UP, that is 43, then Bihar 29 and Uttarakhand 26. Now West Bengal, where it is. So we should look into the next data sheet of NMCG, that is National Mission for Clean Ganga. 7th October 2016, under the Environment Protection Act of 1986, EP Act, जो कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने 1986 में लाया in order to protect and preserve environment.
Hello everybody, welcome to Empower IAS Council.
Goal 13 of UN Sustainable Development Goals, NMCG program. So there was notified as an authority under Environment Protection Act, EP Act के द्वारा एक authority हमने बनाई, and we created all vision and plan for
Today,
the protection of Ganga water.
You know that federalism is one of
the river basin,
and in that governing council
was created for monitoring and implementing the Namami Gange mission. नमामि गंगे मिशन को मॉनिटर करने के लिए EP एक्ट ऑफ 1986 के द्वारा मॉनिटरिंग और इम्प्लीमेंटिंग एजेंसी बनाएगी. द एक्टिविटी अंडरटेकन एज अ पार्ट ऑफ मिशन रेट्स अपॉन 4 पिलर्स. इनके 4 स्तंभ हैं. फर्स्ट, निर्मल गंगा, that is unpolluted flow. Good morning friends, this is Yagyadev and I am presenting the economy survey analysis for the Empower IAS Academy. So at Gangotri, as we all know, गंगोत्री ग्लेशियर से निकल रही है और गंगा माँ यहाँ से जाते हुए पासिंग थ्रू हरिद्वार, कानपुर, इलाहाबाद, पटना, हावड़ा, हुगली में जाके मिल जा रही है, which is coming from this. So at various spots the Ganga has been taken under various parameters, and these are: first, Nirmal Ganga, unpolluted flow; second, Aviral Ganga, that is continuous flow, there should be no blockage such as sand dunes are there, meandering कहीं हो रही है, somewhere there is meandering, कहीं पे सैंड ड्यून्स फॉर्म हो जा रहे हैं गंगा के बीच में. आप देखते होगे छोटे छोटे टापू नदी के बीच में दिखते हैं जहाँ पे लोग अपने घर बना के झोपड़ियाँ डाल के मछुआरे रहते हैं. दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर अंडर दिस प्रोजेक्ट, दैट इज अविरल फ्लो. देन थर्ड इज जन गंगा, दैट इज पीपल रिवर कनेक्ट. हाउ टू कनेक्ट द पीपल, not only the basis of religious value but also on the values of climate protection and environment change methods, that is जन गंगा. लोगों को कैसे सचेत किया जाए नदी के बारे में और उसके. Then third and fourth is the ज्ञान गंगा, research and knowledge management about the river and its good health, water quality and the bodies that are living in water, that is
Amendment Act.
So
preamble which says it is sovereign, secular, republic and democracy. We have fundamental rights in part 3
all to be protected under this part of Gyan Ganga. Then next part is Clean Ganga Fund. So इसके लिए गवर्नमेंट ने एक
But whether this is really complying with the constitutional provision will be my presentation established by judicial review. So this is what is the in brief my presentation. Thank you very much. I will soon come with other slides, other subjects. Thank you very much.
In the year 2014, कब established हुआ 2014 with objective of contributing to the national effort of improving to the cleanliness of the river Ganga. रिवर गंगा के क्लीनलीनेस स्वच्छता के लिए ये क्लीन गंगा फंड बना, जिसमें कि ह्यूज मनी इज पुटेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया थ्रू द फंड ऑफ द वेरियस काइंड ऑफ प्लान्स एंड पॉलिसीज. सो दिस इज अ कांस्टेंट फंड अंडर द गवर्नमेंट विच इज थ्रोन बाय द स्टेट्स सच एज उत्तराखंड, यूपी, बिहार को ये फंड दिए जाते हैं क्लीन गंगा फंड. एंड
One clause 10 where it's saying with the constitutional provision will be finally established by judicial review. So this is what is the in brief my presentation. Thank you very much. I will soon come with on its constitution, justice. It's not
by the government
in general studies too if you really put attention on certain essential aspects. Today I will show you that how to look at the questions, particular nations that it has. In Minerva Mills case, this is where Minerva
river over its own water. कितनी बड़ी बात हम कह रहे हैं. We are considering river as a living body and providing the river having its own right over its flow, यानी कि taking the Ganga as a living creature, living body of flow, and we are having its own right over its flow, whether it meanders, whether it goes through any state. So this is a very important part under 2016 a viral flow, making a right based approach of the river. अभी तक हम ह्यूमन राइट्स की बात कर रहे थे, फंडामेंटल राइट्स के बारे में बातें कर रहे थे, इन टर्म्स ऑफ ह्यूमन एग्जिस्टेंस, इन
in the doctrine of constitutional morality.
people in the
on its
rights of life, right to livelihood, right to protection.
Supreme Court has invited the constitutional morality here to decide on these cases.
कर रहे हैं.
Fine. Now question next.
Now air, which makes the again headline for the SDG goal, is protection of river and cleanliness. So National Clean Air
Hello, everybody.
NCAP in 2019 में स्वच्छ वायु योजना शुरू की गई. That means to tackle the air pollution problem
Words are
in a
there.
comprehensive manner. So air pollution से हम देख रहे थे कि PM 2.5 was there, which was in domestic pollution. Then vehicular pollution, then there was PM10, वो कैसे आ रहा था, again from vehicular pollution, industrial pollution, cement industry, thermal power plant, then again steel industry.
National morality is rooted in the constitution itself and is founded on its
सबको कैटर करने के लिए there was a resolution in order to reduce the PM matters concentrate by 2024 20 to 30% का रिडक्शन लाया गया है as a target of 2024 एजेंडा में रखा गया है by keeping 2017 as base year. तो बेस ईयर हम कब मान रहे हैं फ्रेंड्स, 2017 को, और कहाँ तक 2024 तक ये रिडक्शन किया जाएगा 20 to 30% ऑफ इमिशन ऑफ पार्टिकुलर मैटर. एंड दिस स्टेप्स टेकन टू कंट्रोल द पॉल्यूशन बाय व्हीकल इमिशन टारगेट्स. सो BS6 नॉर्म्स, BS4 स्टेज पहले चल रहा था फ्रेंड्स. नाउ BS6 नॉर्म has been taken under the consideration to be applied from March 2021 तक इसे लागू कर देना था. Now industrial emission is also catered under this category, very important. The industries that we are discussing, that in terms of iron and steel industry, petroleum, refinery, diesel, mobile, and such industries polluting the environment. So stringent emission method norms for coal based thermal power plants have been introduced So again, thermal power plants which are having huge capacity to air pollution and refineries such are taken under this. So ban on the use of imported pet coke. Pet coke was earlier being imported, so now the pet coke produced by the thermal power plants will be utilized in order to cater the needs of pet cokes in various industry. Since July 2018, with exceptional for the permitted process, brick kilns यानी कि ईंट बनाने वाले जो भट्ठे वगैरह हैं वहाँ पे क्या होगा, हैज़ बीन शिफ्टेड टू zigzag टेक्नोलॉजी टू रिड्यूस पोल्यूशन. अब ईंट बनाने वाले भट्टे में कोल के जो एशेज होते थे उनका यूज होता है एंड दे आर सेट ऑन अ zigzag pattern. The brick kilns are being covered and the entire pollution is taken into
we'll have
closed surface so that the no
is a council, and in that council it has substance.
Very important, air pollution due to dust and burning of wastage, and the 6 waste management rules covering solid waste,
hello everybody,
waste,
I am AS,
biomedical waste, construction and demolition waste and hazardous waste has been notified.
Hello everybody,
remember this data that how
welcome
wastage
to
occurred from these industries. Biomedical and construction activities which are huge in number has been notified by Environment Protection Act.
question from UPSC main.
Add this data in your mains answer writing and essay. Whenever you write certain answer in terms of environment protection, add this as an important part. Now, outcomes of the air pollution control measures. एयर पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल मेजर्स जो गवर्नमेंट ने लिए हैं तो उनके आउटकम्स क्या रहे. Now 96
on certain essential aspects. The question is constitutional morality in the question from UPSC mains to
हुआ है. Then the concentration as compared to 2019 and 20, it raised to 96 cities in 2020 and 21. The number of cities within the prescribed national air quality standard PM10 less than 6 microgram per meter cube. 60 microgram per meter cube.
Hello everybody.
Those particulate matter, that is PM10,
and it is becoming
as an NAAQI, National Ambient Air Quality Index में उसे ऐड किया गया, and now that has been taken by the measures of Government of India, that NAAQI showing the reduction in PM10. So it also has increased from 18 in 2019 to 27. Now PM10 is increasing from 18 to 27. PM10 पहले 18 था, now it is 27. Remember this fact. However, air pollution remains a major concern in 36 cities, showing an increasing trend in PM10 concentration in 2020-21 as compared to 2019 and 21. Monitoring of ambient air quality early warning system AEWS, which provides alert for taking timely actions, is being implemented in Delhi, Kanpur and Lucknow. So in experiment basis on
hello everybody,
Delhi,
you all have heard about
Lucknow,
different kind of bodies.
Air quality monitoring index has been taken by the Niti Aayog.
There is a nice question. Hello everybody, you all have heard about different kind of bodies, constitutional bodies, statutory bodies,
Delhi NCR region
Parliament. So thank you very much.
NCR and adjoining areas was promulgated via ordinance dated 13 July 21st for better coordination, research, identification and resolution of the problems surrounding the air quality index.
I am just giving little idea about them.
For NCR,
embrace the trees.
NCR comprising of Delhi, Noida, Ghaziabad, Gurgaon was having highest pollution in
idea about them.
PM2.5 and PM10. So government made the policy initiative via coordination.
There is a nice question. It came just the
problem. Now, to control emission from stubble burning under central government.
Thank you very much.
Promotion of agriculture merchant mechanization for in situ management, crop residue in the states of the Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and NCT of Delhi. Agriculture machines. So we were seeing that there was a hybrid seeder brought into the Punjab to cater the process of pollution being developed in Punjab, which were high rise, and the machines such as hybrid seeders, equipments, in situ crop residue management. That means the residue should be managed on the crop fields where the residue are produced on the land, then promoted with 50% subsidy to the individual farmers and 80% of subsidy for establishment of custom hiring centers. Now, this fact remains very important, that how the subsidies are provided to the farmers. पहले 50% की थी, then increased from 80%. इंडिविजुअल फार्मर्स को 50% की छूट दे रही थी सरकार, इट रेज टू 80%, यानी कि जो भी हाइब्रिड सीडर्स या ऐसे इन सिटू मेजर्स के टूल्स और उपयोग की चीज़ें खरीदते हैं, उपकरण लाते हैं, तो उन्हें 80% की सब्सिडी दी जा रही है. This all diesel vehicle older than 10 years and all petrol vehicle older than 15 years have been banned in Delhi and NCR. Expressways and highways have been operationalized due to divert non-destined traffic away from Delhi. So we saw that there was a formation of Delhi Agra expressway, then again there was a new expressway from Meerut to Delhi. So these were being diverted without reaching Delhi. They can go to Faridabad, they can go to Gurgaon. In this way, diversion of traffic from the NCD reduces the ambient air pollution. Then shifting industries to the clean fuel and installation of online monitoring of industrial emission and effluent system in red category industries in Delhi NCR. So reduction of these industries which are in red categories of pollutants, तो उनको significantly reduce किया गया in order to manage and curtail the problem of pollution. Now, the outcomes of the measures. There has been an improvement in air quality index for Delhi since 2016. 2016 के बाद से हम देखते हैं कि दिल्ली की एयर क्वालिटी में significant improvement हुआ है. So we are constantly looking into the air quality in the Hindu paper also, which shows page number 6 or 7, and there is an index in the Hindu paper where we saw the air quality parameters PM 2.5 and PM 10. So there is city wise ranking such as Indore, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, Patna, Delhi. So Delhi's ranking has been significantly improving in terms of air quality, and Delhi achieved approximately 22% reduction in PM 2.5 and 27% reduction in PM 10 in 2021 as compared to 2016. 2016 के बाद से constantly the air quality of Delhi has been improving as the SDG index shows. Remember this fact. Now, average annual air quality index Delhi का average air quality index कैसा है friends? So in 2016 out of 354 good was 0, so it was not good at all, and satisfactory 25, then moderate 83, poor 120, very poor 101, and severe, you see the most dangerous, severe 25. Now in 2020 coming to the post-COVID scenario, good was improved to 5%, again reduced to 1. Satisfactory was 95 and again reduced to 74. तो इनमें क्या हो रहा है, हम रिडक्शन देख रहे हैं. Then moderate was 127 in 2020, then reduced to 124. Poor quality was 75 in 2020 but improved in 2021 to 80. Very poor 49, improved to 64, and severe was improved from 15 to 24. Now we see that this data on green side shows a critical data in 108 2016, 152 17, 159 2018 and 227 very high in 2020, 21 197. So there is a reduction. And in this very poor category, 246 in 2016 and again reduced to 168. So the parameters of data and statistics in Niti Aayog shows that there is a improvement in environment quality and facilitation. Now climate change. How climate change is being tackled by India under Niti Aayog SDG index. So we should discuss it after a short break. So bear with me and be in the class.